This morning I feel a need to talk about the recent beheadings because it's everywhere in the news. And the problem with things like that, as awful as they are, and they truly are, horrendous, is that once you allow yourself to become terrified by this kind of violence, you end up feeling very powerless. Not only do you feel very powerless, you don't openly talk about your feelings regarding this. So you kind of live with this violence in your head. Because when one person is beheaded anywhere in the world and we hear about it, it strikes at our very core. Because it could be us that happened to, or it could be somebody that we know that happened to. And that scares the crap out of us. But the bottom line is, when that happens somewhere in the world, we have no power over the fact that happens somewhere in the world. What we have power over is now. And the way you deal with your power in the now is you don't squash things, you don't sit on things, you don't pretend that you feel one way when you feel another. These beheadings are outrageous. My first immediate reaction is I want to get a hold of the person and kill them. I mean, who doesn't feel that way? I mean, it's just an outrage. It is a complete desecration of what it means to be a human being. But the point is that we don't have power over what other people do. We have no power. Now, I can feel bad about the beheadings. I can feel powerless because of the beheadings, because in that moment of hearing about that, I do feel powerless. But I refuse to remain in a powerless state, because when you remain in a powerless state, who you become is a victim. You don't become victorious, you become a victim. Think about it for a second. A person who has so much rage and so much hatred and so much anger in themselves that the only way that they can release that at all is to behead someone, is someone to be pitied. I mean, truly pitied. Now, I know we're supposed to have forgiveness in our heart, but I'll tell you what, my emotional reaction is I want to do to them what they did to someone else. I think the golden rule sometimes works both ways. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Well, if somebody does something that horrendous to a human being, it's really hard not to want to do the same thing to them. But again, it puts us into a state of feeling powerless. Again, it puts us into a state of being a victim. And you don't want to go there. And the way you don't go there is you do not rely on outside circumstances to determine whether you are a powerful person or a powerless person. That is an inside job. All of your power comes from inside. We have this constant source of energy and inspiration that we're connected to, and I call it the organizing intelligence of the universe. And so you have to go within to find your power, because if you look outside your power, what you're going to see is a lot of powerless people acting out their drama. So if you don't want to become like them, don't pay attention to the bad things that are happening. Become an inspired person and become the person who makes great things happen. And you can do that a number of ways. You can do that through your art. You can do that through your passion. You can do that through writing. You can do that through speaking. Whatever turns you on, whatever excites you, that is where your power lives. And when you're in touch with your excitement about life, when you're in touch with your excitement about what you do, then you experience yourself truly as the magnificent, powerful, lovable to the core person you are. This is Frederick Zappone bringing you daily inspiration. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will be talking to you soon.